Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Second Life escape room experience that we've created here in the Second Life world on the Next Ed Educational Islands. So, basically, our idea and our concept was to create an educational room, escape room. Basically, students are teleported in here, not knowing what to do, and with no way out, trapped by Professor X in his escape room. The first thing they're greeted with is a present, which they can click on and open. Um, and it is obviously to be noted that there is no way of getting out of this. The doors don't open and there's no teleport pad to get out. There's lots to explore in the room, but first you've got to click on your present, and that'll give you an option to either keep the note card or discard it. And basically they get this note card which gives them instructions on how to progress through this game and where they can go from here, and just about what they're going to be doing and experiencing while they're here. So they're then allowed to explore the room and curate, effectively get an idea that through curation as a pedagogy they're able to gather information from around the room, finding various triangles that are hidden around the room, and at certain points of progress they'll then be able to unlock challenge questions. So as you see, a dialogue's popped up in the top right corner, and they're now able to progress through a couple of base level questions for the beginning of the game, which basically just starts them off with very basic level stuff. And as we progress through the game, we'll get to harder questions, which will really test their knowledge, their problem solving, their understanding, and their application of the theorem of Pythagoras. There's various objects hidden around the room that you can touch and interact with, and they'll behave differently depending on when you engage with them and at what level of the game and what stage of the game you interact with them. There's also various triangles, as you see a right angle triangle there being formed by the cues on the pool table. And there's various right angle triangles because obviously Pythagoras only working with right angle triangles. There's various right angle triangles hidden around the room, which will then be used later to solve application level questions, where based on lengths that they measure with the ruler you saw earlier, will then give them the means for solving various questions and really applying this maths concept to different aspects in this virtual world environment. But that's not as tough as it gets. It does get tougher. We've got that pedagogy of curation, and we've got a pedagogy of consumption, as at some base levels we're just teaching them and feeding them information that they'll then have to use to apply to the more difficult questions, where we start getting into areas of even chaos right at the end of the game, where we're providing them with wrong information and right information, and based on everything they've learned throughout the escape room, they need to then process that as a final challenge and figure out what is wrong and what is right so that they can get out of the escape room right at the end. Other than that, we've also got implemented is the pedagogy of correction, because obviously as they do these questions they possibly don't get them right, and then the program directs them on how they can progress from there. Overall, we've really enjoyed this project. It's been quite fun to work on, and we think it's been a success. We came into it with the objective of taking what could be a tedious and boring subject in maths, and trying to make it more engaging and fun. And so we've really looked to make this as interesting and as interactive as possible. And we believe that we've succeeded in making something that's enjoyable and intricate, with various amounts of humor written in through the comments and different questions and conversations between the student and the person narrating this experience for them. Overall, we've really enjoyed this, and we think that we've succeeded in teaching students. We hope that we've succeeded in creating an environment in which students can learn the various learning outcomes that are expected at grade 8 level. So that means understanding the theorem of Pythagoras at a definition level, as well as being able to use it and apply it to prove that triangles are right angles, as well as finding sides of a right angle triangle. So these are various steps that we try to take them through, targeted at these learning outcomes, and we believe that this is going to be a fun, engaging experience for the students. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope that it's fun, and we hope that you learn a lot through it. So thank you very much, and enjoy.